the character of Steve in the show, does he have muscular dystrophy?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I found out reading about you is that that's your friend from school.
Yeah.
And that he became an actor and you put him in the show and he's playing your friend. Like, there's some crossover there. Like, this is a close personal friend of yours.
You know, I've known him since I think we met first in 3rd grade.
And what's amazing is, you know, there's a scene that really sticks out for me where this is where Ramy is sort of like Kramer, in that he doesn't have a filter when he speaks about certain things. And there's a scene where he's sitting at the table with Steve and Steve's mom, and Steve's in his wheelchair. Oh, yeah. And Ramy's just saying how much her life sucks because she has to take care of Steve.
To be fair, Ramy is very high, you know,
at the time. Yes.
Yeah, at that time.
But again, what a great device to say what you really think, right?
Yeah.
And I was curious what you wanted to say by speaking so honestly and directly to somebody about things that people don't normally say to each other.
Yeah, it was, you know, we talked about that scene a bunch, Steve and I, and
that wasn't his actual mom playing. Okay.
No, it wasn't. We also,
I mean, I don't know at this point how much is...
You know, in an odd way, it's kind of loving. You know, it's almost like, hey, I see you.
Yeah.
You know, I see the pain you have to carry and the weird questions that no one wants to talk about. And I think that through so many things that are really tough, you know, whether it's having a sick kid, whether it's having a sick parent, or whether it's being in a difficult relationship, this is an area where I think parents of kids don't get afforded the ability to go to the dark corner and joke about it. No one wants to touch it. It's like inhuman almost that we can't tell dark jokes about people who are in those situations, because those jokes actually help people have some sort of catharsis and laugh and release a little bit of air, but we don't touch it. So we almost like put people in a glass box because we're like, no, we can't go there. And so the funny thing is, I was like, Steve, what'd your mom think of the scene? And he was like, dude, I could hear her laughing from 2 rooms over. She was cracking up, dying laughing, because it is dark and it is that, and it touches on a thing that, you know, people act like we can't go there, we can't talk about those things. And that's actually, you know, and I feel like we've interacted with a couple of people who not only are in Steve's community, you know, other people with muscular dystrophy and their families, but they all not only really love that scene, but love the character of Steve and how we don't protect him and how we don't put him in this like glass box of Make-A-Wish treatment and act like there's no fun to be had or there's no dirt to be put on a character like that who, you know, yeah, okay, he's in this situation, but just because he's in this situation doesn't mean that you like him.
Yeah,
you know, like can someone have muscular dystrophy and also be an asshole? I think the answer is yeah, you know, and that's important. You know, that's an important thing.
Well, you know, it's doing exactly what you're doing when you show Muslims on television. You're saying like, you can't make something or someone or a religion or something into a cliche and expect to ever really understand anything about it. You can't sketch anything.
Well, it cuts both ways. I mean, there's a version of the way we're viewed that is completely defined by politics, and you get put in a negative space. But then there's a version that's like, you know, you're put almost on the flip, where it's like, you know, someone will say like, "Salam alaikum," like, I know it means peace, you know, and they go out of their way to really, like, you know, step into your place and really, you know, almost say you're perfect. And it's like, well, no, we're not, it's not that either, you know? And so much of what's exciting to me is, yeah, finding that, like, we can be not the enemy and not the hero.
Right.
That we can be human, which is what every other person is afforded. It's about showing things as they are without judgment, and letting that kind of speak for itself, I think is way more effective than trying to push any sort of, you know, this is how you should feel.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, then why not subscribe? Click right here for lots more off camera. And if you want to see the hour-long version of these conversations, I'm going to give you the secret link. Here it is, offcamera.com. Check it out.